Hey guys, for this technique, I'm going to go over closing the distance off of defense. So when your opponent is striking at you, what do I do to get into the clinch? What do I do to get in for a takedown? You basically want to close that distance either offensively or defensively, not just rush in and do nothing else other than try and grab a hold of the guy to get into the clinch. Defensively a lot of times is sometimes easier than offensively, but it's harder to have that timing because you're reacting to your opponent's movement. So again, if you have an opponent that's the same stance as you, I want to make sure that I want to get into the clinch, and I don't want to just cover up and back up. I want to react and get in tight with him. So if he's throwing just a jab to start out, I can just parry the jab a little bit and follow that back. Okay, I'm gonna parry the jab, but instead of pushing it away, I'm gonna try and just kind of parry it and follow right into an underhook. Okay, and my other hand stays up, blocking and up high. Right in here, I'm gonna get in tight, forehead to forehead, and reach for a collar tie, grabbing the back of his neck. And the other hand comes to an underhook. Okay, so again, I'm gonna parry that jab, step in. Okay, I'm gonna step towards him, but I don't wanna step towards him as he's punching me, because I don't wanna step into the punch. I wanna parry and then step. Okay. Now if he's adding his cross with it, sometimes you're gonna move your head a little bit and slip that punch. Okay, punch more at me. So again, I'm gonna move my head, and now I'm gonna still come in. As he's bringing this punch back, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna move my head and close that distance. As this hand is coming back, I'm closing that distance. Okay? Again, one more time. I'm gonna slip that punch. As he's pulling back, I'm coming at him. All right? Now, sometimes if he throws that a little bit more of a looping or an overhand, okay, I'm gonna just block right on his bicep. My hand comes from where it should be right to his bicep as I step in right here. So if he's throwing the jab, I'm gonna kind of parry and block right here. And as I block, my head comes to him, circle right to my underhook and my collar tie up. Okay. I typically like to get that collar tie and that underhook as kind of a base control position of your opponent. It allows you to have a lot more offense from there, and it kind of limits what he can do to you offensively. So again, if he's throwing both, sometimes I can block, come right in, get my collar tie up. Now if he's the opposite stance as you, it's almost the same thing, except for his jab's coming from this side. I can slip out, and a lot of times I'm gonna reach with my other hand to his bicep or shoulder and then come in. I wanna make sure that this hand is always staying here to block and coming in tight. And now I'm gonna pummel in and get an underhook on this side. Okay. I'm gonna block. Even if I don't block, or if I don't reach out and grab, and I just have my hand here, I wanna follow him in as he's bringing his hands back, okay, and grab a hold of him. Okay, it's all about timing. If I don't step in, at least when he's bringing his hands back, if I wait here and then step in, he's gonna be throwing more punches. So it's all about timing. I gotta make sure I'm staying out, and as he's bringing those hands back, I need to follow that in. So again, I'm going to show this a little bit quicker, a little more real speed, and it'll give you a better sense of timing on this. So if he's standing righty, we'll just do the jab first. So throw a little faster. Okay. Now we'll add the right hand. And you have to always remember, your opponent's coming towards you a little bit with those strikes. So you coming towards him a little bit, it's a lot quicker to get to him. So it's a lot easier than if he's moving backwards and you're striking, you have a little bit farther to go. So this is, you know, a little shorter space to close that gap, but your timing, it's a little bit tougher to have that timing. So now if he's a lefty, you know, and I slip that punch, go ahead and do it again. Okay. I always want to try and have my head a little bit to my left. If he's a lefty, I want to stay away from that power. So again, I'm going to slip. My other hand's going to come up to block right on top of his bicep, and I'm going to come in. So real speed again. And then I'm going to try and get my underhook the best I can. So that's the basis of closing that gap, closing that distance, just to get into the clinch. So, and that was defensively doing that off of your opponent's offense.